Who'd you talk to? What's going on? It is me, Mike Lepre, King Mike L. This is Legit Paranormal Clips brought to you by Legit Podcast.com. It is May 11th, 2023, 05112023. Buddy Money Thayer. This is an easy one. You can follow along with me. 2 plus 3 is 5, and 5 on the other side. And then 1 and 1 is 2, and 2 on the other side. And you got double sevens, my friend, for the math gigs. Joining me as always, Buddy Money Thayer. Buddy, that was pretty good. Come on now. Come on, that was easy.
That was good, Mike. That was easy. It flowed well.
It was easy.
It was a great delivery. Much like my lady here, my lady friend. I'm usually seen with a great beer, Mike, or even a good scotch, which may or may not come this evening, but I have a few things to do. But this lady, she gets me up in the morning. She gets me motivated to come and see your lovely face 2 or 3 times a week, and she tastes lovely. So run out and grab yourself a Starbucks. This is their cold brew black. It's absolutely delicious. Don't put anything in it. Just drink it. It's coffee.
Try to stay away from saying cold. What'd you say? Cold blue black?
Cold brew black. Cold brew black.
Cold brew black. Yeah, just take that. Okay. You know why? You know what it is? You know what it is? Like I don't mind that coffee, but my problem is, you know where I live, right?
Yeah.
They just added a Chipotle where that little street is that I always used to take to get on Mineral Spring, and they're adding a Chipotle. Now they're adding the Starbucks.
Oh, there is a Starbucks.
In a Five Guys.
Oh boy. There are like 17 Dunkin' Donuts on that Mineral Spring Avenue that are all going to like rise up and riot against Starbucks.
You're gonna read somewhere like older man set himself ablaze in protest wearing a Dunkin' Donuts shirt. Starbucks on Mineral. Can't stand it. Hey,
I hate Dunkin'.
Over to the island though. Joining us, Block Island Rick. What's up, Rick?
What up, guys? How we doing?
Pretty good. In a land where there is no Dunkin's, there is no Starbucks.
You know what? Today we just got Wi-Fi.
Oh, look at you guys, huh?
Welcome to the 21st century.
Wow. Now you can walk around with your computers and stuff. That's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's very fancy.
So how's everything going down?
Everything's groovy out here. Putting the final touches on the escape room out here. Getting ready for our weekends. Club Soda's rocking, and life is good. And we have Wi-Fi.
Hey, buddy, did you know they have Wi-Fi?
And they have Wi-Fi, Mike.
I can play a video game again.
Hey, that's to me like a daily thing. But check this out. So I saw this thing on the news, and I wish I kept the clip of it. But here's what it basically came down to: this strip club had it closed down, and they had nowhere to put they didn't want to destroy the sign that they had because it was like an old school type of sign. So it's the greatest thing I ever heard. I almost want to make it into a joke because it said all nude all the time. It didn't blink that. It was just set to say that, right? A local zoo. That's the best thing I ever heard. The zoo had it. It's funny. You don't get it, buddy, do you? You don't get the joke?
I'm sorry. I had a work matter come through really quick, and I had to like.
Yeah. Well, animals are always naked, is my point. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. What do we got on deck? Buddy's like, I'm reading stuff. I get fan mail.
So we're joined by 3 lovely ladies from a paranormal group out there in Arizona, Mike. They're out in Tony Rathman country. They don't have anything like Tony Rathman presented. They have their own stuff. They're from the oh my god, I hope I don't mess this up.
You're gonna
crew paranormal. Misty, Marianne, and it appears there's a Jenna that's joining us as well, and Colleen. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Hey guys,
there's Jenna.
I'll take Jenna in the center square for the block. That's where I'm at with these right now. I don't know what we got going on, but hi guys, let's go left screen which is my opposite
You're
way,
good. They can see you.
across. So, Colleen, right?
Colleen, correct, yes.
Okay. Jenna, correct?
Yes.
And then, Kahal, you're on the left. Paranormal,
I'm
you're on the
Misty.
right,
In the middle.
and Crew, you're in the middle, right?
Yes, Misty. I'm Amy. And I'm Marianne.
Say it one more time because Buddy was laughing at my joke, which is unusual. Go ahead.
I'm Amy.
Yep, Amy.
I'm Misty.
Is he?
And I'm Marianne.
Marianne. All right.
Need a booster seat for Marianne right now.
I know.
49 is. There you go, Mike.
All right.
Get the stool.
Ladies, what is it that you guys like to look for, like to do? What is like your specialty? Like Buddy's Ocean State Paranormal. Buddy's a big. He carries that little tape recorder, and that's like his like. But that's your thing. It's like a baby, right? So like,
No,
what is it?
That's my go-to every time. Is my tape recorder. Yeah.
See, I should have never brought it up. Here he goes. What is it with you guys? What do you guys have that is the main thing you have to have, like a mainstay of an investigation?
Well, we recently just gained access to the SLS. When Colleen joined us, she has an SLS, and then Jenna just got an SLS.
Now we have two.
Yeah, so now we have two.
Mm.
And then we have
just did the
Jenna's
math? Who
portal.
just did the math? Was it Amy? Amy, is that you? Amy, did you say that? Now we have two. That was.
That's
Did
me.
you took the math from me, Amy. I'm a math geek, and you can't touch the math on the show, buddy. Did you make them sign the no math waivers?
I didn't know HR. I know on Tuesday or whatever, but I forgot to send them the waivers, Mike, about the no math.
You know what? I'll carry on.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sorry. Continue. What is it? Because here's the thing. We always talk about before we start playing some stuff. We always talk about the fact that nowadays, I don't know if you could ever give somebody stuff that's ever going to be seen as 100% proof, just because of where people are with stuff, right? There's things that certain people immediately know is true when you see it, or to me, the best thing is when you're there and it happens, or you're, it's even if it's someone that you know. I have a very big dog. I'm sorry. If it's someone you're close to that it happens to, but it seems like the farther out it gets, the less it seems. I digress. My point is, when we do these things, right? We don't want to judge them. Our goal is to watch them before you explain them, and then to see how completely off we are and what we think we listened to or what we think we saw. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ricky, you with me?
I'm with you, brother.
Hey, by the way, I would have loved to come down Monday. I should have just came down. Monday was such a crappy day. I should have just went down to the island. I mean, we make it sound like it's like, but it is an island. Like it's an hour, ferry. It's an island. All right, buddy, what would you like to play first?
Oh, we can start right at the top, Mike. I believe it's called Portal Answer Sunshine Laundry, which sounds fun.
That's dope as hell.
Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer.
One more time.
That's dope as hell.
Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer.
Right, wait. Buddy, first thing I think of is this.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Is it not from the same era? Is it
Oh,
that
I don't think it's
50s
from the
type
same
voice?
era, but it does sound like multi-channel, like 4 or 5 channels.
The accent on the word answer, does it not sound like it came from like the 50s radio state person, like answer?
Maybe
It's a
answer.
proper-
It was echoey a little bit. It was.
Rick? Properness,
Okay.
did you hear it?
Yeah, no, I heard it for sure.
So I'm thinking, see, because when we heard absolutely, it was very much like that, like from the 50s, right? Am I right? All right, so one more time, I want to hear that. Sorry.
That's dope as hell.
Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer. Ooh, just an answer.
That's dope.
Rick, what would you like to add before we kick it to them?
I thought it was neat. Claire, I would like to know what was being said before that to make that the answer. so to speak.
Right. Buddy, what do you want to say that might end up being sounding stupid before they talk?
Yeah, I'd like to get more context of it, of course, but I just thought it was clear as day, and it's fun when you get stuff like in real time like that. So go on.
All right, so someone's going to start off and explain exactly what the ghost box, whatever you guys. I speak for the dumb. It's 2M. You want to know what you were using, how it works really quick, and then what it is that you picked up in the whole like surrounding information that they spoke of. Who wants to start?
Well, Jenna, go ahead.
Explain the.
Yeah,
portal.
explain it.
The portal.
Yeah.
So the portal, it's kind of complicated. It attaches to a spirit box, which is basically just a modified radio, and it'll scan through radio stations, AM or FM, forward or backwards. And then what the portal does is when you plug the spirit box into it, it eliminates all of the background noise you get from scanning a radio station. So you're able to hear the answers more clearly without all that background.
So for those of us that aren't very bright, that means that when the guitar amp or I guess radio goes shh, 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 and it's skipping channels kind of like the whole time, you're saying it would just be more shh, shh, right? Don't make me keep doing
Basically,
that. You're saying to the dumb?
Yeah.
No, that's basically right. And hopefully even less than that.
Rick, are you keeping notes?
Mike, your scientific verbiage is impressive.
On point, Mike.
Yeah, I've studied a long time. Who wants to go next on, I guess, where we are, why we're there?
Misty, you
Colleen,
wanna
you're in the
talk?
middle. You should go next. Yeah, probably go next.
Yeah, go ahead and talk, Misty.
Go ahead,
So,
Misty,
I'm
on
sorry,
that
what's the question?
What was
I think
happening
you-
at that moment?
Oh, we were setting up the portal at that time. We were actually just getting it set up,
All right.
and that came through. I'm sure we were doing like an EVP session before that.
Yep.
I don't have. I mean, I would have to pull up the footage.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
I'm asking you. No, I'm asking you. Like, just say what you're doing. I'll believe you. I just want to hear what you like. So you guys are just setting up the portal. The portal gets set up. Now, I'm sorry. Go back to the portal. It's an amp that gets cleaned up so you can hear it better. This is just my way of doing it. In other words, FM, no AM, whatever. 6 on one hand, half a dozen on the other. I can keep going on with analogies. But when you do that, so you get a better sound. So why are you guys there? What is the building that you're in? What is the reason for being there?
Yep. It was the Sunshine Laundromat. We had been called in by the manager after he and his girlfriend had been experiencing paranormal activity.
Okay.
They
So-
had a gentleman that had passed away in front of one of the dryers there. The guy was literally doing his laundry and he keeled over dead.
Oh, you know what though?
And-
You know what though? I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you
Yeah.
know what? They never the dryers never dry a load of clothes ever. They don't even they make them so they know you get 3/4 of the way and you're it's still gonna be kind of wet. You're gonna have to pitch in and go one more time. You know they do that, right? Right? Does everybody know that? Right. Sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry, I digress. Continue.
So that's why we were there. We had been called in because they had been experiencing paranormal activity after that gentleman had died. And come to find out that the whole story didn't even end up being the guy that died there. It ended up being something completely different.
Okay. Rick, what do you got? Question.
I want to hear what the story was. If it wasn't that guy, what was it?
Wait, in due time, because are these not from the same place or is this the only one from this place?
No, they're not all from the same place.
All right, so this is the only one from Sunshine Laundry?
I don't remember if I sent him more than one from there. Let me look.
Because the next one says Ovula Session, Elliot's, and then Elliot Bedroom.
Oh, this is a good one though.
Yeah, that's
Those are
a
different than this.
location.
Those
It's
are
a
different than this.
location.
And Rick, you're right. We need to know now. Go ahead, Rick. Ask it again.
I was just what ended up being the story.
Oh, go ahead.
So was
Job, Rick.
his friends?
Yeah, he was in the
from
service, and his friend that had passed away was kind of attached to him.
Oh, really?
And come to find out, the guy had just been recently diagnosed with cancer again, and we think that's why his friend was there. The doctor had only given him a short amount of time left to live, and we think that his friend was there to try and kind of help him transition through that.
To protect him.
Yeah.
We wanted to guide him.
You know what's weird is that we've been doing like the paranormal shows, the different types of different styles of shows for a couple of years, and that's the one thing that like military seems to garner the most ghosts, most most extreme emotions. I guess they get stuck. You know what I mean? Everything's like buddy, you have the armory, right?
Right.
That place.
It's a tremendous amount of military history, and going as far back as the King Philip's War, which is 1675 to right up until the Cold War, or right up until the Iraqi War, when they have a uniform from Jeff A. Hearn, a friend of the show, donated his uniform from when he served in Iraq, and that's now also on display, and everything in between. A lot of Red War stuff, a lot of Civil War stuff, a lot of uniforms, a lot of like battle clothing, a lot of like bloody gloves, a Bible that was kept as a diary by a soldier who had his arm blown off and died at the Battle of Gettysburg. It's like all sorts of crazy, emotionally tied and attached stuff. And honestly,
Makes sense.
Most of the haunts in that building, I can attribute that to the people that may have like cared for the building more than I can for people that wore or carried those objects.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
You think you can tell the difference between when you answer a question and you're not paying attention, and then when you answer a question, it's something that you like?
Maybe.
I mean, it was a good 10 minutes. I'm just saying I liked it. We're going to play, Rick, is your answer, are you answered enough?
Yeah. Yeah.
Buddy, you're all set? You know,
I'm ready to go on to the next one, Mike, definitely.
Can we try the ovulus?
Yeah, you want to try the ovulus?
This one is called an ovulus, and it has a dictionary built into it, and the spirits can use their energy and pick out certain words.
Yeah, this is going to be our first time using it. We didn't even know she had it.
Oh, are you excited about using the ovulus too? Oh, there's lighting both of them up. Look at that. It's like totally like on top of that. I'm really excited.
You excited about the ovulus?
Look at them. They're really excited. Thank you. Oh, it's green. You changed the color. Thank you.
Can you make it blue?
Oh, you almost had it.
Grandma, us.
That just really gave me chills, bro.
Grandma, us.
So you guys were grandparents?
Yes.
They're grandparents.
I know.
Black for it. I don't know if there's going to be like stuff that pops up. Like, back here. All right.
Still lady screaming.
Buddy, first you explain what you just saw as far as equipment.
So I saw an Avilius 4 being used, and it uttered the words grandmother and us. And I saw a REM pod being used. I saw a K2, I believe.
Yeah.
And they were all going off. The fact that you guys were calling off the lights and they're calling off the color of the lights, I've seen that done before, but it's only like maybe once. So that was absolutely amazing. Honestly, that was pretty cool.
Rick, do you understand what he just said?
Yes, and I agree wholeheartedly. And you guys know my favorite clips are response clips. You know what I mean? Like where you ask them to do something and it happens. So I loved it. I thought it was great.
All right. Want to make sure. What? So, I guess Jenna, do you want to explain the? See, it's almost like a cat ball, but not right. Like if I'm
Not
speaking,
really
again,
cat
I am
ball.
speaking for the dumb. I'm trying to figure out a way. It's a simple thing, right? But a much better one. Like I'm just trying
The
to.
REM pod?
The REM pod. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So basically, it's an EMF detector as well, but it also puts out its own EMF field. So the closer they get to the antenna, the different lights light up. If they're right on top of it, all of the lights will go on and make sounds. And in the past, I've also had experiences where I can get one of them to light up a specific color in response also.
Yeah, I like that.
How much weight do you put into colors and sounds and what they matter for, like, I don't know, even just like things, because auras have colors, there's different sounds people hear. Those are two things that are very, it seems like, important to what you can pick up. Does that make sense? Like those two things?
Yeah.
Does it? So what you guys pick up is basically if there's any movement, anything comes in its area or anything is technically moving around it. And then the level to which it's
Basically,
touching
or
or getting
touching it,
near
Yeah.
it. Rick,
Yes,
you
we're
go-
getting energy around the devices that we're using, and it's proved to us that something is there communicating or trying to communicate with us.
now,
Right.
the noise of one going off would not make the others go off, correct?
No,
No.
Correct.
I got to ask all the dumb questions because that's what.
no, you're good, because people do wonder those questions, the same things you're asking. I'm sure people have those questions too. So just being around it or being like on the outside of it's not going to make it go off. But it has to be in close proximity of it in order to go off, or on top of it to change colors or to make it, like if it's red, that means it's right on top of it. So the amazing part about this clip is that it's in the middle of the bed. Like there's no electronics there. There's nothing that should be making it go off, and they're all going off at the same time, and it's absolutely amazing. So
Is there any phenomena that would cause them all to all go off at the same time? That's like more logic. And I'm not saying what. I'm just trying to ask that question. Like, is there anything that happened, between these things that could cause them all to go off at once? If you turn them all on at the same time, do they all go off?
No, they're actually all quiet until something happens, until it comes in contact with something. Otherwise, they won't make any kind of noise or do anything if nothing's around them to trigger the sound or the colors to go off.
And from my own personal experiences, you can go as close as humanly possible to these antennas, and they don't make a sound. They don't make but once you touch that antenna, it just goes.
It goes off.
Completely.
Right.
But
You can clearly see we weren't by them, so it wasn't us making them go off.
Buddy, we used one together.
We did. Oh, that's right. We did. Yeah, right.
Like, what do I mean to you? Like, you don't remember anything?
I'm sorry.
We were on a ship together. That was.
We were, Mike. We were.
Sail away on the Love Boat.
I'm getting Saturn. I'm gonna go to the next one.
What kind of jobs could you do with Morse code?
Military. Were you in the military? Were you in the Army?
What about the Navy? Were you a sailor?
Air Force?
Yeah, how about the Air Force? Were you in the Air Force?
It stopped. Ooh.
Oh, now it's right up on top of the REM pod.
So that might be a yes. We're in the Air Force. Let's see. What I did.
Some more metals.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're attracted to this room.
Do you like these war medals that Elliot put on the bed for you?
Hey, I'm gonna hold something to do it. Let me see if I can. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It likes them. You like them, huh? Let's open them. Let's look at them. Yeah. You like those, huh? Did you have medals like this? Yeah. Well, that's amazing.
Shall we end the EVP session?
Sure. And the AVP sessions on both recorders.
Oh. Do you like that we're ending our EVP session?
Maybe he's got more to say.
Could be.
Rick, you go first.
Very cool. Was that the same? Was that the same room where from the last clip as well?
Yeah, it's Elliot's and Eli's apartment.
Buddy.
And is Elliot part of your team?
No.
They were the residents that lived there in that apartment. They were
Awesome.
with us during the investigation, yeah.
So were the medals from somebody who used to live there?
They were his grandfather.
They were Elliot's grandfather's medals, I do believe.
All right, so it makes sense. Pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Rick, like he's finding Waldo at that. He remembered everything.
Yeah.
What an IQ on this guy, Buddy. What do you want?
I just really liked all the direct responses. You know, it wasn't like some people say, well, it could be electrical, it could be this or that. But I mean, if it was electrical, it would be the whole time, and it wasn't. It was intermittent, and
Right.
no, it was cool. That was good.
All right, so here's what I did. So it passed the techno test, and that's when basically what I look for is when someone says something, and there's a response. Like I've had it where someone asked, and I'm not saying any names, but I've had it where someone's had responses that are perfectly in time with every time they said a word. So like if there was any kind of like, you know, techno music just has like boom, boom, boom underneath it, no matter what it's doing, right? So it would basically be like, they would be like, hello, and then you like boom, boom, and you'd hear a noise. And then they would say something else, and you'd hear boom, boom, and they'd hear a noise. I'm like, it's on the same pattern. Like it's a perfect like, but those were completely off. Secondly, why I could not be a ghost investigator myself, enjoying Buddy in Rhode Island and Block Island Rick of Block Island. Because right there, see when it was making the extremely loud noise? I would have told it to quiet down. And that's probably not conducive, right? A bunch of, right? I'm not helping the investigation. I probably wouldn't be. Like, oh, all right, I know.
Might make him mad, I don't know.
You guys weren't thinking that at one point? Like, all right, we got you. Like, you didn't give like one of these?
No, we were actually really excited because all of them were going off at the same time. We got like a lot of activity, and when we get that much activity, we're just super excited. We're all about it. We're like, let's do more, let's see what else you can do, what else you can have go off, you know, and stuff. So we always are really happy when that happens.
No, I know, but that was so long. It was almost like, how long can you clap? But you know, people don't know how long they should clap. It's just how long can you clap? Right? Eventually, I was just that beeping noise is crazy.
You're like, you're paying up already.
Wow.
You know you're here.
All right, Rick. Any other questions?
Yeah. Did you guys figure out who it was? Was it Elliot's grandfather? You're thinking?
No. It was not Elliot's grandfather.
I love you guys. It's always a twist.
Research.
Dun dun dun.
Go ahead.
Because he's a journalist student.
Yeah, he was a journalism student.
So he did a lot of the background work on who lived there before and stuff. And it was really funny because he actually did a documentary, which is on our YouTube channel, the K-Hell Crew Paranormal. And you can actually see that episode. And it has a beginning, a middle, and an end. And he actually found out that it was the people that lived there before. And it when they were doing like the Morse code, because he would have like in one of the other clips that we don't have on here, but he would make the bed, mattress, the springs, they would click them in Morse code, and he actually figured out in Morse code that it said their name. So it was really crazy because he did the background search, and he's like, okay, ... this and that, and he's like, this is their names and stuff. It was really, really crazy.
Yeah, it was Erling, and I can't remember what the guy's name was.
Smith or something that was real common.
Yeah, we'll have to find it for you
you definitely
guys.
have to watch the episode on YouTube.
Awesome.
It's absolutely amazing. His documentary is really good.
Yeah.
I just put below what we can look up on YouTube after the
Perfect. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
Yep. That way they can look it up and find what.
Yeah, and then what's the name of the apartment complex?
The Saxony.
So it's called the Saxony Investigation?
The Haunting at the Saxony.
That's what it's called. The Haunting at the Saxony.
Awesome.
I gotta be honest, Misty, right?
That's in the middle, Misty.
Yeah, with the glasses. You should say the name of that place one more time.
The Saxony.
They should let you do the commercials because you have like a pop to it. You're like the Saxony. I'm like, yeah. Hey, buddy, that's an Italian comment. Drink. Oh, you got coffee on you.
I got coffee tonight, Mike. I got
Oh, well, geez, I'll drink too.
Yeah, it's there's every,
There you go.
I lean on them with that. Sorry.
Oh, there's a real drink right there.
So, all right. What is next? Oh, buddy.
Yes. Nothing but that.
Oddly enough, on the brew. Kind of cool. But what's next? What do you want to hear next? What do you want to play next? You listening still? Did you mute it?
The SLS Mike, I think, would be great because we just recently did some.
That is so wild. Look at him. He's like totally dancing.
Let's see if I can put a REM pod right here, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. So, what was his name?
Did someone turn on the bathroom light?
No.
No one turned on the bathroom light.
So, Linda, is your...
All right. Look, I'm going to start really quick. That time you took me to that place that wasn't quite right, and I was using that phone app on an iPhone that was doing something similar to that. You remember that? Rick, tell me you remember.
Yep. Mike, your mic sounds like it's loose or something. There's something.
Yeah.
Yeah, something going on.
It's a little disjointed.
All right, what now?
No.
It's like a reverberation or something.
Now we got nothing.
Hear you at all.
Now we can't hear you at all.
No, this is no. I have nothing to say. I'm sorry. But no, this is some really good evidence. I like the SLS because we tried it out at a hotel on Block Island that Rick took us out to a couple months back, and it was just there at the top of the stairs, and then it was there in the bedroom, and there was like really no explanation for why you would get it. So it's kind of cool.
Although ours wasn't dancing at the time, so.
Right.
Well, we did have music playing.
We had music playing, so he was rocking out.
Buddy, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, that's better.
That's better.
Buddy, when that happens, right, you got to look up and take charge.
I did.
Oh, we did.
Hold on, I don't like it. There we go.
That's better.
And you know,
Back in order.
where did we leave off, buddy? Friend
The
of mine?
SLS.
We're talking about the SLS, Mike, but you play the SLS again, maybe? I don't know.
Of course I am. After all that, you think everybody remembers it? Wait, no. They do. I mean.
That is so wild. Look at him. He's like totally dancing.
Let's see if I can put a REM pod right here, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. So, what was his name?
Did someone turn on the bathroom light?
No.
No one turned on the bathroom
So,
light.
Linda, is your...
Okay, so Rick, you remember that place? Like when we caught those figures that kept moving on that phone?
Yep.
thing?
Yeah.
That kept creeping me out because that had never happened on the phone. I'd never seen anything like that. And when I went in that room and closed myself in the room, which I still don't know why I did that, but they were like dancing all around that one room. It was so that alone, right? I don't know if I'm a believer in that or like that happened to me, but that whole idea of picking things up like that. Were you guys creeped out, or are you just immediately happy? Like, if you guys get scared like I do, or is it just immediately excited?
No.
I feel like we get excited.
Yeah.
I mean, I like to see them. As long as they're not going to push me or hit me or hurt me, I'm good. Like, you can dance all day and all night. That's great.
That's a pretty good theory on life.
Normally, I'm pretty big chicken when it comes to these things, to be honest. But, you got some flute music. You got some ghost river dancing. It's a good time.
Yeah. Definitely. And we try to bring positive energy, too. We're, like, not negative, and we don't scream or yell. We're very respectful. You know, because I honestly believe, like, treat others how you want to be treated. And even if they've passed away, they're still people. They're just spirits, and you don't want to be mean and yell at them. Be respectful, and they'll be respectful to you. Is how I feel about it.
Oh, okay, good.
Yep.
the few times that we've done it, we go in screaming. Especially Buddy. Oh,
I can see you doing that.
Oh my God, the first words out of your mouth, Buddy. Unbelievable. Look, he's not even listening to a word I'm saying. He only listens to you guys talk. Buddy, I know we got to see a marriage counselor. I'll tell you that much.
I'm here, Mike. I'm practicing.
I'll tell you that much right now, my friend.
I'm splitting my brain in 4 ways.
Rick, you asked the first question, but he's not allowed.
So, who was it? I heard you guys talking about a guy. Who was?
Wait, first explain the machine, please.
Go ahead,
I
Jenna.
call it the machine.
Yeah, go ahead, Colleen.
Explain SLS.
The machine.
Oh, I was going to have Jenna do it. Go ahead, Jenna.
Okay. I feel like you might know better, but okay.
Yeah.
It takes what?
Wing it.
Okay. Okay. So it's basically a laptop, and it's attached to the Kinect camera from an Xbox. And the way that would map you out when you're playing a game, it will map the figures out.
Very cool.
Isn't it crazy too how have you ever seen the one that has stayed in the somewhat form of a person for the most time? Like, and what I mean by that is like, arms up, feet down. But then every now and then you'll see when the legs kind of come up, like it's almost laying.
Mm-hmm.
Break your chops and come back down. You guys ever catch that?
We do.
Yeah.
We even get them where they're sitting Indian style as well. It's really wild, like the one we had at the cemetery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I almost wonder if it's like a Xbox way of messing with us, because like you said, they will show them like sitting, Indian style, which is like sometimes if you really think about it, it's like crazy to believe. I mean, like they pick up Indian style because there's like all legs and arms and what's the sensing like what is it like picking up all these different spots. So it's like multidimensional. I'm sorry, I'm starting to get off on my tangent, but what I'm trying to say is to pick up a thing moving is easy to do, a stick figure. Once the stick figure starts to come together and there's multiple incursion points as far as looking forward through the dots, that's ridiculous. Like, it's so much different than just a stick figure when they're doing this. When the legs come up and they cross the arm, and there's any kind of crossing. But you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that to me is when it's like, oh, geez.
I've had it happen in a restaurant. I was sitting in the back of the kitchen, and I had the SLS camera in front of me, and there was nothing 1 minute. There was nothing for a while, and then you get this little rectangle, then you get the stick of the neck, you get the body, and half the body came up out of the ground, and then it was gone. And I'm like, did I just see that? It's like a drumstick. But yeah, it's weird how it works like that.
All right, Rick. Now you're gonna ask, I think, your story.
Yeah, I would love the background on who we were looking at.
There you go.
That was the homeowner's husband who had recently passed away. And he was very excited about the action. You're going to laugh, but the TV. We were posing the SLS at the plant in the background that you saw. But to the right of it was the TV, and he was extremely excited about the fact that she had purchased this large television. He was very much a television person. So he was excited to have that new TV. But it was the homeowner's husband.
Yeah.
Nice. Sounds like you guys get a lot of house calls. So do people just reach out to you, or do you do any kind of advertising?
Yes, they do. We do residentials. We do businesses.
Missy actually does put ads up on Craigslist.
Yeah, I put ads out there.
A lot of these
All right. Wait.
Very cool.
Wait. Now wait. That's what you guys are doing. Here's my first question. What kind of background check we do? What kind of background check do we do on these people that contact us? Tell me there's a background check, please.
Yeah, there's a full interview process that they have to go through. And I try to screen all the crazies out. I've had a couple slip through, but for the most part, I've been pretty good.
Nice.
It's the men. Do not trust the men.
Exactly.
On both sides, man.
I know there've been a couple crazy women.
Yeah, I was going to say. There's been a couple of crazy women, too.
I agree with that, right? But, like, I have 19-year-old twins. I have a boy and I have a girl. I tell my daughter, to stay away from all men because they're horrible people. And they do horrible things and gonna have horrible excuses, and they're just not good people. That's what I just tell her. Like, that's my advice. And the thing is, I don't even think I'm wrong. They're all the serial killers. And buddy, don't bring up that one woman played by Charlize Theron.
Right.
Right? But they're all male serial killers, right? Right, Rick? I mean, I'm not trying to say you're one, Rick. You could be. I'm just throwing it out here.
Usually they are males.
You'd be surprised there's some women out there that are serial killers.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
I would say, though, that there's maybe 4 to 5 times that in women that have their, like, ninja badge in mental warfare. Is that a fair statement we think we can make? Anybody want to agree with that one?
Yeah.
But no, I'm being serious because, like you guys are much better at, like, saying something that, like, 2 hours later makes us go, like it's still stuck there, just lingers. I could be talking about a certain someone who can't hear me right now. She's upstairs. I continue. What did I see next there, buddy? There.
We go back to Elliot, and there's a response to a trigger object.
Mm.
The response to the trigger. Oh, there it is.
Okay. Oh, it likes them out. Yeah, it likes them. Yeah, you like these, huh? Yeah. I know. Okay, you put them back. Is that why you guys have stopped talking for a while?
Yeah, so they really like those war medals, and Elliot had found out that the gentleman that had passed away had been in the military.
All right. I gotta be like, I'm sorry. I have to be 100 with this because if I don't, I'll end up laughing really hard to myself. Whose voice is the one asking the question?
I think
Was that Marianne?
A lot. Yeah, I think that's me.
All right. We can't even do it this week now because that's so blatantly obvious. But we usually, or I usually play a game where I take what people say out of context, and then like a couple minutes will pass by, and I'll repeat back to them what they said out of context. It's kind of funny because it always seems very out of context. But let's just watch that again. Maybe you guys understand what I'm trying to talk about the
Okay.
result. Here we go.
Okay. Oh, it likes them out. Yeah, it likes them. Yeah, you like these, huh? Yeah. I know. Okay, you put them back. Is that why you guys have stopped talking for a while?
Thing.
What a ridiculous. Perfect, and you have a perfect voice. It's clear, it cuts through. You actually should do like TV work. Like you could probably be like a reporter with that voice. Like, that's like, right, Rick? That's a pretty good speaking voice. Like,
absolutely.
Context, it can be ridiculous. I'm just telling you.
Okay.
I'm not going to play the game. I'm just going to mention it and gloss over it. Let me. Can I? So when you speak to it though, right? Why do you think it wants to hear you? And let me rephrase that. What makes you talk to it? Like, I mean that seriously. What makes that one person out of the group, like Buddy talk to the ghost? That's what I noticed. Buddy's in his group. If he's around me, when he was around me, he kept talking to the ghost the whole time, yelling out stuff like, "Are you a captain? Do you wear blue pants?" Like, he literally kept asking stuff like that to no one technically, but maybe someone, I don't know. But he was just yelling in the air. So what? Do they assign you a person? Did you do a better job of them speaking back to you?
Marianne's empathic, so she really can feel them and sense them. So that's one reason why she does a lot of talking to the ghosts.
Yeah, I do feel them, and like if you hear in the thing, I'm just like, oh, like that's so amazing, like, I'm really very respectful. I kind of feel like I'm almost like mom-like when I talk with them, and I praise them and give them compliments because I'm trying to get them to keep on communicating with us, and I feel if I'm nice and I'm sensitive and I'm respectful, that they'll continue to talk with me.
Do you ever believe in poking or prodding?
No, we haven't really gone in and provoked anything. That's not really something
That's
we
not
do.
our style.
Yeah. We're not looking to get poked and prodded back.
So
Have you ever
guys-
ran into anything negative?
That's what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Colleen was helping us, protecting us from this really mean dad.
I got scratched.
All right.
wait.
He's really mean to you.
Yeah, he was mean to me.
Wait a minute. Where was
That's
it?
because you were trying to keep him from talking.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I put him in ghost timeout. He didn't like it. So
Oh.
Why did you think the ghost would know what timeout is? How does that work?
it basically
Timeouts until like the I think the 40s, 50s. Timeout.
He got sent to his room.
Oh,
he did. He basically in a nutshell got sent to a certain area, and I blocked him away from the girls so that we can continue to do our investigation in order to speak to the two daughters and the mother, who were the ones that we really wanted to discuss. So he was a bully, and he was the one that committed the crime, and so.
okay. All right, but wait a minute. There's two things that we discussed here. There's one with the evil demon, and then this. I think what this is what Buddy loves to say. Buddy, what is it?
Asshole ghost.
An asshole ghost. He's an
If you are
asshole
one
ghost,
in,
an asshole
if you're one in life, you're one in the afterlife.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
right down.
You're
the
welcome.
middle. Right down the middle. And Colleen, I can't completely tell, but dare I say, your hair is ginger as is Buddy's?
Oh yeah, I'm a ginger. Hence the
Ginger
reason
down the
why.
middle we got right now, Rick. Hey.
Hence the reason why my name is medium red.
Oh, here you go. Buddy, what do we do? She's got medium red. What do you got?
What's he say? Good
Good
guy.
night.
Ghost guy and life changer, Mike.
Okay.
That's right.
Life changer.
He could go and say ginger, great guy.
No, I have another question for you guys.
He's a who? Good, Rick.
When you guys are doing your investigations, do you guys keep it pretty like scientific, or is it spiritual as well, or is there a combination of
I'd say it's a combination
techniques?
of both.
Yeah, it's a combination of both. I'm more about the technical side of it, about the equipment, the scientific side of it, and like Colleen's our psychic medium.
Gotcha.
Me and Jenna are
And then, yeah, they're sensitive.
and empathic.
They're both
And then
empathic, yeah.
Amy's also a sensitive here.
Awesome.
So like,
And I love equipment too, so I do both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
she
the
goes
wild card.
back and forth, yeah.
You're the wild card. You have to have that. And then if you ever see Joey Stunning in Philadelphia, you got to have like the brains, the tech person, the one that's going to do the hard labor of it. And then there's that wild card that you don't quite know what they're going to do, but they do a little bit of everything. Jenna, you'd be the wild card. Congratulations. What are you wearing, the 49ers? 49ers? Jenna, is that the
I'll
49ers?
take it.
Is this
You
the
gotta put
49ers?
that under your name, Jenna.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah.
wild card.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm a New York Giants fan, so I'm just sorry. Guys, what do you want to move on to as far as the next clip? Or do you have a question, buddy? Because I noticed you just moved.
I'm just shifting myself. What was next? We have a light anomaly at the Sunshine Laundry.
All right. Say that one more time, buddy, but say it as
Oh, it might
if
have been
you
your
really were
picture.
trying to follow.
Light anomaly at the Sunshine
I
Laundry.
thought about, I have guardian angels. I know that, so whenever it comes
If you look closely, you'll see that there's a strange light anomaly in this clip.
to being scared and stuff, I don't want myself to get scared.
Yeah. One more time.
I thought about, I have guardian angels. I know that, so whenever it comes
If you look closely, you'll see that there's a strange light anomaly in this clip.
to being scared and stuff, I don't want myself to get scared.
Yeah. All right, so the wall's shiny, but that doesn't matter. Nothing walked behind the camera, correct?
Correct.
Rick, what do you got for questions on that?
At first, I thought it looked like an autofocus thing, but that was what I didn't know what I was looking for. But it's also being said at the time when someone's talking about their guardian angels, so Who knows, right?
So are you trying
Yeah.
to say that basically they snuck it by you with some fancy banter?
They just walking on by.
Want to see it again, Rick?
Sure.
I just thought about, I have guardian angels. I know that, so whenever it comes
If you look closely, you'll see that there's a strange light anomaly in this clip.
to being scared and stuff, I don't want myself to get scared.
Yeah.
Can't see it, but then I
It's
see it
because
when
of
she
the
blows
light.
it up. I can see it. Crazy.
I could see. I could see it better that time. I know what I was looking for.
Yeah, I have to play it a couple times to see.
Yeah.
It seems like this anomaly is like coming through and breaking.
Yeah,
like,
going left to right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I found that pretty cool. That I picked
Yeah.
up.
Good eyes, Misty.
So now that one was narrated at one point by Missy, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Mi-
Misty's
Mi-
lovely voice.
You have the voice where I thought you were going to say, and this is the point of the interrogation where he made the mistake. Because you'd have the perfect voice for that. I mean, and do I watch too many of those? Yes. But that's beside the point. Like what I'm saying is, though, you have the perfect voice for that. You should think of that one too. They'll let you narrate police room interrogations. Buddy, what else you got for questions there, my handsome friend?
What kind of camera were you guys using when you captured that? That was a pretty cool. Honestly, that's a great capture. That was really quick, happened really fast. So good eye. But I mean, what were you using for equipment?
It's just a little cheapy IR camera that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a name brand. It's like Kino or something like that.
And did you have an IR light or was it
Yeah, I have an IR light mounted on top of it.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
I love hearing tech talk. You know what I mean? Like I never understand it, but I like hearing it because I think something's getting done. You know what I mean, Rick? Something's getting done. I don't know. What is it about? I don't know.
It sounds important, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so wait a minute now, Colleen. You're the medium.
Correct. Yes.
All right, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
When we've ever had mediums on the show, I've always seemed like I've confused the hell out of them. Like they've I'm like a tough read from what I hear. Like I've been guessed at before. Like it gets weird. Sometimes they'll just guess stuff, and I wish they were right, but it's like they have to get to know me first because so I got to ask you, if you're a medium, do I seem like a tough read?
You do actually. You have a wall up.
Yeah.
You definitely have a wall. You do have a couple spirits around you, by the way, too. Definitely on your maternal side.
Oh, I know that. You don't have to tell me that. She told me before she died she was going to haunt the shit out of me, and she has not been lying. Now,
well, is she a pistol? Because she's really kind of a pistol. If that makes a pistol. I mean, was she a pistol?
Wait, you.
He's like,
the spirits.
Okay.
when she was in her, like, she was about 13, 14 years old. She was allowed to drive the brand new Cadillacs that were owned by my papa, which is her dad. And his, how do I put this? And the other people in my family and people that they knew. They just happened to all be in the same place sometimes, at my grandma's house, my nana's house. And they just let my mom drive around in Cadillacs, brand new ones when she was 14. That's like a good fellow story, but an honest to God true story. And my mom was a hot pistol her whole entire life. She was in her late 70s, and if you bought the wrong gummy bears, I mean, they were the wrong flavor or the wrong shape. I don't give a shit. They're the same taste. If they weren't the beers and they were shaped wrong or it was the tropical one, I'd have to go back. Like, I had to run errands to the ends where my mom was like, I thought she was busting my balls and making me do like a scavenger hunt by giving me things to go buy that I didn't even think existed. Like certain type of cookies, buddy. You know those cookies the Italians eat? What are they called? The square, like a sugar cookies. Yeah. Those. I digress. I'm sorry, but yeah. And then my second question, Colleen, is Doesn't Buddy seem like he'd be the most open, and then Rick would probably be second?
Actually, interestingly enough, Rick is probably more open than Buddy.
Oh.
It's him.
I just get what I get, so I just have to say that.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to practice. What about you guys? You find it like you bump into, because like to have a medium in your group means that she's done stuff to you guys that has kind of like messed your heads a little bit, right? It has to be, right? Everybody else, no, you never like
No,
the medium in your group doesn't do stuff and say stuff that comes true, and you're like, what the like I need that. Like, you guys
I don't tell them anything unless they want to hear it.
She won't give me the lottery numbers, dang it.
Yeah, no, that's...
If I win, I'll let you have some. Doesn't work that way, I wish.
Have you ever seen a lottery winner that looks like they might be a medium?
Yeah, if it is, I'd love to know their tricks.
Like, in other words, my dog has a better chance at winning the lottery than I do, based on IQ and overall likability. Like, I just, yeah. So, like, it's impossible to pick the numbers. I wish that could be. Like, my mom gives me signs all the time, but you'd think she would, like, pick a game, you know what I mean? Knock over one of the football helmets I got, let me know that team's going to win. Like, yeah, put my ass. Her, parlay is no big deal up in heaven. Doesn't matter. Parlays and bets and round robins. Never mind. So, Rick, when dealing with mediums, do you not feel sometimes though that like they're either trying to read you or they're not trying to, or they're just like they're listening to what's going on? Even worse, they're listening to what's going on around you that you don't know.
Yeah, and it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Like Roxy will be like, "Hey, I have a bunch of people asking for you." I'm like, I will see them eventually. Thank you.
What? When she says that too, Roxanne, she's got names to tell you. And
yeah,
so
no,
you're going to make a choice whether you want to hear it or not. And the thing is, if you choose to hear it, she tells you. And then when it's really, really dead on, for someone like me, I'm like, ah, I'm like happy about myself all at the same time.
She's been trying to give me a reading for 3 years now, and I'm just like, nope.
Yeah, no, I'm like water, you know what I mean? Like Bruce Lee, like I move,
I love what mediums do, and I'm totally intrigued by it, but I let them read other people.
Because I've met some horrible ones. We've met some horrible ones. We've met ones that were just they wish they were, and I wish they were. How about that? Like we come to an agreement that I wish you were, and you wish you were. Like that's actually happened to me. And then I have some that I'm just like, all right, she is, or that he is, rolling with the purple papers. Like people like that just do stuff and you're like, whoa, my God. Like it's so good to a point where you don't like it. You know what I mean? Like Colleen, I don't like you. I'm sorry. Like, no. I'm really kidding. Just kidding. I'm just joking. What's next? Nana T?
Nana is the last one we have. Yes, Mike.
Let's see if they're alive or dead or what. This thing loves to affect the equipment. Loves it. Hippo, no, you said an old lady.
By room 45. And he walks in, no one's in there, and all the lights are always off, and the room's always occupied. And he walks in, comes out, and goes, "This room's haunted." Like, why do you think that room's haunted? Every room's friggin' haunted.
I know, it's a hospital.
There's passenger water running. He walks in, goes into the bathroom. The shower is on hot. It was like hot water. It was on for
steaming up.
Yeah. He's like, and no one's been in that room for a couple of weeks. It must be that spot over there.
Okay.
All right, wait. This one was the hardest one for me. And let me give my reason why. One, there was the hamper. The idea of laundry upset me from the start of the video, and we're up and running. Now I'm looking for orbs, and what you identified as an orb. I say, here's the problem: when you get to a certain age, like me, late 70s, it's hard to see glares on the video screen, computer screen, that aren't making that whole room look like it has like shines to me. Like, Rick, did you notice that? Like, in other words, I could, like, my bad eyesight could have picked out like 8 orbs because that's what I'm seeing. You know what I mean? That's a tough to do as far as the glare on the way that paint is. It's got the shine to it. So I'm like, that was the hardest one for me. So, Buddy, you go first.
Yeah, I had a little difficulty with that myself. I'm not. Honestly, I'm yet to be sold by orbs. No offense, ladies.
That's right. That's right. You don't like orbs. That's right.
I'm
You
not
don't
a
like
big orb guy.
That's right. I don't know why. You don't like.
I don't want to discredit anything that you guys do.
No.
I'll see it again and look at it again. But
so let me make sure that we understand ourselves. Buddy doesn't like orbs. What I'm saying is my eyes are too bad to see what you were seeing because of all the bright lights. I'm blaming myself. You're yelling at orbs. You got a boy.
I believe there's like visual anomalies that will happen, like balls of light. People always know I've seen that. There's so many other things that it could be that you could say is an orb, whether it be moisture, whether it's a bug, whether it's something that our eyes can't see that's picked up on digital photography or whatnot. I think there are. I'm not to say it's not spiritual. I just say there are like 11 other things that it could be. So in that, I'm weird. I'm not saying orbs aren't real. I'm just wary about orbs, where I'm more of an EVP kind of guy.
Way to go out on a limb, buddy. Okay. Way to go out on a limb. That was brave. That was brave. The orb community is probably very upset with what you just said.
Oh, buddy, what'd you do?
Rick.
But you know what? The EVP people now are going to be really excited because, he just did a promotion for EVPs. So, I mean, it's...
So, one, I do believe in orbs. I think Buddy called them balls of light, which is kind of a weird description for something he doesn't believe in.
No, I think that's something different, Mike. The balls of light is something visual that people...
Oh, what do you call those?
Visual anomalies, and maybe like a sudden manifestation. I do believe in that. I just think that orbs are like everything is people who are like ghost hunters. They'll like take a photograph in a cemetery and everything becomes an orb, whether it's dust or a bug or
yeah, no,
you like
that's overused.
Yeah.
You like orbs. You just don't like orbs.
Right. You nailed it, Mike. You nailed it.
Did we say? Basically, like he likes like the ones that he can see. Like I like these orbs, but I think all this other stuff is called orbs too. So I don't like it. That's basically what he said. Rick, help me. What did he say?
I have no idea what he said, but there is a spot on one of our tours that we do encourage our groups to take pictures. Just because the amount of orbs that we've gotten at this one spot. It was at the site of a pretty horrific plane crash, and I mean people take pictures the whole wherever they want the whole time, but at that spot there is a lot of orb pictures that are taken.
That's cool.
See,
yeah, it is
the other thing too though is see how they're specifically, and I said specifically, all taking photos in one direction into the dark, right? That right there, I buy more than when people catch them outside in the dark. Because my question always begins with, why are you taking photos into the dark? You know what I mean? Like, why are you snapping photos in the pitch blackness if you're not looking for something? Whereas when you see it creep up on a wall with this other light, that's going to be even more creepier as far as well as creepy goes. I mean, that's cooler is what I'm trying to say. Like, there's just more to it than I know why you're pointing the camera there. So you guys tell me what happened, what you saw that day. What exactly was going on, you think?
That was actually at my mom's trailer.
Okay.
She had moved into a 55 and over community, and the trailer was haunted. She had some stuff thrown at her. She had a glass bowl come down off of a shelf, and she put her arm up like this to block it, and it broke and sliced her arm open.
Well,
she had a screwdriver thrown at her, and so we ended up coming in and doing an investigation. And down that hallway, there was a reason why I put that camera there. Down that hallway, when we were live on Facebook, there was a can of air freshener that had gotten launched down that hallway, and we heard it hit the wall. But we were able to.
Time out.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
No. You probably don't know. Did you say a can of air freshener got launched? Explain that to me. Where was it? Where did it end up? How hard did it get thrown? How what was the velocity at which it left?
Yeah, it was in the bathroom. So looking down that hall, there's a bathroom off to the left.
Yep.
It was in that bathroom sitting on the counter, and it came out of that bathroom and down the hallway. And it was on the floor in the hallway.
And you knew nobody was in there?
Yeah, we were all in the living room.
Okay, so did you get up and leave?
No.
See, now that's what I thought you were going to say, Mike.
Dude, I was just giving it time to bake, Rick. Come on, man.
Now, does your mother still live there?
Yes.
And what did she do to you that you let her live in this place where they're throwing screwdrivers at her?
After the investigation, we did sage, and then there was less activity. She's starting getting a little bit more now, but for a while it calmed down after we saged and said a little prayer and stuff, and she was good. And now she's getting a little bit, so we may have to go back again and do it again. But for a while after we have left, she's been fine. Nothing got thrown, and she didn't get hurt or anything, so she was good.
All right, but you guys ever think like there's certain pants you just can't quite take to the laundry? Like, in other words, the thing's not going to really come out. Like, just give up on the pants. Like, I would have moved after the first one, I guess. I would have tried to. To be quite honest, I would like some information on that community after the show. My application process, see if I can move on down there. But no, for real, like Rick. I mean,
you know how I feel. If something says "get out," I'm goodbye.
No, that's I have a one-strike policy with hauntings of wherever it is I live. That's all I need, buddy. You on the other hand, you no, that's fine with the loons singing behind you. You have a great time down on the lake.
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys want to plug or mention before we wrap it up? We'll start left to right. Jenna?
Yeah, we are now on the Paranormal Family channel on Roku.
Okay.
We're not posting as much on YouTube or TikTok now. It's all going to the Paranormal Family channel. So all of our videos are going there, so you can subscribe. You can watch all of our videos there.
Why is it
you can't find us on, huh?
Why is it family channel? Does that mean that all the content?
Because it's all content that's going to be safe for families to watch.
Gotcha.
There's not going to be a lot of cursing and stuff like that in there.
It's like taking the no offense, like taking the engine out of like a Mustang. Like somebody cursed when they see something scary and losing their, you know what? I'm not saying out loud. Sometimes that's the fun stuff. I don't know if I could do stuff for kids. Like I could do puppets. I digress. Guys, that's different. Like the family channel. Did you have to change anything that you do? Did you have to purposely make sure that you? I mean, serious.
Oh.
I had to bleep out Colleen.
I was gonna say, medium red got a big smile on her face right now.
Yeah,
that was the investigation with the mean dad that I put in timeout. He just filled me with anger. We got a new lesson on bleep on on the internet. I can't help it, buddy. You understand you're a redhead too, right? You know?
Of course, we have our tempers.
Wait, it just goes with the territory.
Yeah, usually we're pretty good, but that spirit was making Colleen very angry. He was very mean and not a very nice man in life, and not a good man after death. And he was showing that aggression to Colleen, and of course, you know, she's feeling that energy. So she was telling him something or another.
Well, and it ended up in scratch. Scratch.
Here's an inside tip that I've learned. The majority of mediums, if not all the mediums that I've met, are they have a bit of a foul mouth. Because they're willing to say whatever it is they want to say to begin with. So who do you think that's going to stop them from as far as what words they use? They are completely wrong, my friend. They let it ride. Not saying a word.
Typically not. Typically not.
What else we got going on to talk about before we go?
Well, we just have the Clifton investigation coming up in June. So as soon as we get that, we have a bunch of different investigators going to be there. It's amazing. We're actually booked the whole hotel. We're doing 3 different sites, the social club, along with the mortuary. So once we get that, it's going to be on the Paranormal Family channel. So everybody watch out for that. It's going to be absolutely an epic night.
Yes, awesome. It's going to be amazing. We're bringing like 20 people together for this huge investigation.
Yeah, so it's going to be, so stay tuned. If you want to watch that, go to the Paranormal Family channel, Roku, everyone.
Paranormal channel. Paranormal Family Channel, Roku, buddy. Roku. Buddy, would you please check to see if they have Paranormal Cinemax?
Isn't it Skinamax?
No. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm just talking about the company here. That's another one I think we get a chance to, buddy. All right. What else? Is there anything else we'd like to add?
Nothing
else. No, you can find us on Facebook. We've got a group and a page on Facebook. Just K-Hop Group Paranormal. Everywhere we're everywhere. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We're all over the place. So
yeah,
awesome.
We had an investigation at a friend's house with haunted dolls. So that's on the Paranormal Family channel now. So check that out. It was really amazing.
That's our episode 3.
Episode 3.
Yeah. It should be up by this weekend. I just submitted it today, so they should have it up by this weekend.
There's another inside tip for everybody listening. People that collect haunted dolls.
Yes.
Haunted dolls. Whether you want to see them or not. And don't ever have one live on a show and not want to see their haunted doll because they'll show you. It's almost like you're playing like a little kid. Like, I dare you. They hear I dare you when you say, no, I don't want it. Buddy, right? We were like, I don't want to see it.
We don't want to see it. And, I want you to see it now.
No. Wait, you got to see this haunted doll I got that makes some people's eyes pop out of their heads. Look. You're like, what am I doing? Why would you show me that? I don't want to see that.
I wouldn't let them touch the dolls, period. I went in and told them they were not allowed to touch the dolls, period.
I hate dolls.
Whose dolls are they?
I'm sorry?
Who owns the dolls? Who owned the dolls?
Who owned the dolls?
Oh, it was our friend. It's a coworker of mine. We went to her home. It was a residential investigation.
Was one doll the main doll?
And she has 3 of them.
4
of them.
Was one the main doll? Did the one doll run the roost?
Yes.
Yes.
Was that Cindy?
Cindy. Yeah.
Cindy.
The most innocent looking one of them all, too. She was the ringleader.
Yep. But she's a feisty
one.
I think she had red hair, too.
No, that was Emma. Emma had the red hair.
Emma was one with the red hair. Okay.
Emma wasn't malicious or didn't have an evil bone in her body. It was more, she was just more mischievous. It was Cindy that was more a little bordering on evil.
Colleen, you realize though that you lost all credibility on that because you started off describing her beautiful red hair and then tried to tell us how she was the sweetest, nicest one you've met.
Because we are, aren't we, Buddy?
He's going, get out of here with that.
See? Buddy and I were angels. You can see the halos, right?
We're angels.
Rick, what would you like to say?
I just want to say thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. A lot of great stuff. If you're ever up in the Northeast, come out to the island and visit us and hang out. I'll go see these guys up on the mainland.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you very much.
We got plenty of haunted stuff for people to check out, and thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
We really appreciate
Buddy Money Thayer.
Oh, ladies, it's been nice having you. It's always nice seeing how other groups do it from all over the country. What you guys do, what we do, and what you guys do that we don't do. I mean, it's nice. It's nice, like a nice experience, I guess. Tune in live. Oh God, when Sunday night. It's Mother's Day. We have a mystery guest on Sunday. I don't know who it's going to be yet, and that's the mystery. And,
That's because I thought we agreed we weren't going to do Mother's Day.
Then we don't have to do Mother's Day.
I
Tune
thought
in
the
live
agreement
next
was
week.
to not do it. So
And maybe that's why I don't have a
again.
guest, Mike. So next week, tune in live. Oh my God! Now you put me on the spot at 8:05 on the 21st of May.
Yeah.
We will have drum roll, please. Give me a second.
Hold on. Okay.
Nicole Magic. Nicole was on. Nicole is also a medium. She was on Auntie Dale's Metaphysical World a few weeks ago. Blew my mind. Blew everybody's mind. She did a really great job, and I just wanted to pick her brain some more. So it should be live the 21st, joining us next week.
All right. See, that way we don't get in trouble. Smart move by everybody's. There's no need to do that. Yeah. All right. Let me do my best on this. See if I can wrap it up.
Starbucks all day.
Jenna, Colleen, Amy, Missy, Mary Ann for Block Island, Rick for Buddy Money. There it is. Me, Mike Levy, King Mike. This was legit. Paranormal Clips brought to you by Legit. Podcast.com. Oh my God! I almost blew the whole word. Back in. Join us next tomorrow, Sunday night. After that, Monday night we have a new show. It's Legit. Oh, buddy, Legit Fair Flicks. There it is. It's a horror movie review. And then on Wednesday we have allegedly Rini doing Into the Legit Darkness, which is a true crime serial killer show.
Oh wow.
So that's just. I'm trying to remember everything, Rick. I swear to God, my mind's going nuts. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.